Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining me. My name's Nichols, and welcome to the show. Hope is not a strategy. Ever improving habits is a strategy. And that, I'm sure, is something that James Clear would agree on. He's the person who wrote Atomic Habits, an excellent book. So part of this is consistently writing down what you want to do for the day and being realistic about that and then doing that thing. That's simple, but that's really the cornerstone, to some extent, of achieving anything of lasting value in the world. Any sort of strategic move that you want to make in your life requires you to change these habits and consistently change these habits. So not just one day, but create new habits and stick by them on a daily basis, or at very least on a weekly basis. The key, of course, is consistency, in that ideally, it'll be a daily thing, or at very least consistently a weekly thing. And the key there is consistency. You need to do that habit again and again. And what will happen is that'll create this kind of real structure in the world. Whatever it is that you wanted that's real, doing it one day of something different won't change anything. It won't change the reality of the world. But doing that thing consistently over time, with again a change in habit, will do that. Important thing to understand is that you won't be able to change your habits straight away. To me, the whole idea is imagine the ideal and align your habits to it. And really changing your habits, I think, it's really a lifelong endeavor. Like, I really think that it is basically the process of living. This is how I see my life as being. It's just a series of trying to change habits and changing habits over time to align myself with the vision I have of the world, and never giving up on that vision, and always saying, okay, it didn't work that time, let's try a different variation on that habit again and again until you end up with these habits that actually work. And procrastination is a classic example. The way to avoid procrastination or move past it, to me, is to set up very good information processing habits, or habits to do whatever it is that you are going to do, so that when you have that thing that you're procrastinating about that sort of slips into the zone of habit, then you immediately go and do it, whether it's some sort of work that you need to do, whether it's washing your car. If you've already got a habit of, say, of doing physical activity on, say, a Saturday morning, then you'll more easily be able to wash the car, because you'll just go, okay, in that habit, bang, wash the car. If you've got, say, a habit of doing early morning informatic work, then of course you're not going to put off projects of work very easily, because you've already got that idea of, I'm going to get up each morning and do hardcore information processing, so to speak. A key is being realistic. You just can't do very much in a single day. Whether or not you want to improve your work, the work that you do, whether or not you have these grand ideals about your diet or your exercise, you don't have to achieve greatness in a single day. You just have to move that needle, keep that focus on your ideal, and just gradually shift that habit to it. If you try and shift it too quickly, then it bounces, because you end up just not doing it at all and being on YouTube for hours on end, and then just wasting that afternoon. Ironically enough, YouTube, you get the idea, even though this is a YouTube video, whatever. So essentially what I'm saying is that habits is, and of course a mindfulness practice, this is the moment-to-moment way that you achieve the effect you want to have in the world. So it's basically the cause. A mindfulness practice, a clear understanding of your aims and your goals, and the ability to align it, not give up on those aims and goals even if they're hard. The ability to just gradually shift those habits to align with the aims and goals. And of course, one of those habits has to be healthy. Like, you had to have good habits to do with diet. You had to be constantly working on your diet, had to be constantly working on your physical fitness, had to be constantly working on your sleep, on your hydration, on your ergonomics, and you have to constantly having a mindfulness practice, because at the key point is that you can only ever do this in the present moment. It doesn't matter what happens tomorrow or yesterday. You can only ever achieve anything of value in the present moment, and the present moment is all you have, as Sam Harris once say. So you have to practice engaging with that present moment with your entire focus, and that really, to some extent, is what mindfulness is about. It's about seeing the present moment for what it is, and engaging in it in a way that's kind of more pure, I guess, than we tend to do, because of our intuitions about our sense of self in the past and the future. So, well, thanks for listening. And as Lewis Rosman might say, I hope you learned something. And as Marcus Brownlee might say, peace. See you in the next one.